Okay, well, thank you for your patience. I was waiting on a couple more of our administrators here on campus, but I'm so grateful that you all showed up today, and we have our administration that's here and faculty and staff that's here. Can we just clap for them? So welcome to our stole ceremony, our first ever combined stole ceremony. Let's clap one more time. We are celebrating the success of our graduating SLA facilitators, our tutors, and writing consultants. Can all of our graduates please stand? We have outstanding, you may take your seats. We have outstanding administrators, faculty, and staff in attendance. Can you please stand? All right. I would like our current SLA team and the tutor teams that could be here and the Writing Center consultants to stand. We have staff joining us. You all may take your seats. We have staff joining us from Southwestern Mississippi Community College. They're visiting us today. They traveled here to be with us to see our beautiful campus, be a part of our stole ceremony today, and learn about the work that we are doing in the ALC and SLA and tutoring. Can you please stand? I'm going to ask them just real quickly if they could come up and introduce themselves to us.
Hi, I'm Brittany Gibson. Like she said, we're from the southwestern part of Mississippi, which is about an hour and a half north of New Orleans. So we traveled a long way, but through research and through the grant that we have received for our college, everything pointed us here. And so this was the first place we reached out to learn about the SLA model. So we really appreciate being invited and being a part of this ceremony. Y'all are doing wonderful work here.
Hi, I'm Leeanne Rutland, and we're from Southwest Mississippi, if you can't tell by the way we talk. And I'm the project director for a Title III grant that we're working on, and we're going to incorporate a SLA environment into our math department. That's our goal. And like Brittany said, our grant stated specifically Ferris State University. So that's where we started, and we are happy to be here, and thank you for inviting us and for having us for today. Thanks.
I would also, I couldn't do the work that I do without you all, without our faculty, staff, administrators, Dean Bentley in his absence. I'm going to ask my staff, Kristen Ponce and Alyssa Rosebrew, if they would stand, and you can applaud them. Clap for them one more time, because they have to put up with me. Okay, so you all know we are doing great work. Say great work. Great work. Here are a few quick facts before I take my seat from fall 2022 with us implementing Navigate. Say Navigate. So for SLA, we service 2,259 hours. For center tutoring, we service 595 hours. For flex tutoring, we service 255 hours. For workshop tutoring, we service 70 hours. All tutoring without SLA, we serviced 920 students. Let's clap for that. Now, so you talk about individual tutoring. Individual tutoring, just from fall. If I were to go back to 2019, you'd be still counting, right? The numbers for tutoring were 724. Total contact visits were 801, and individual students serviced in SLA alone were 963 students. Let's clap for that. Now, that's a lot of numbers, right? All where the math people at in here? Raise your hand. All the math people. Yeah. So all of that combined total contact visits was 7,424 contacts. Let's clap for that. And at this point, I'm going to introduce our president via video.
Hey Bulldogs, this is Bill Pink, president of Ferris State University, and I am so sorry that I'm unable to be there with you with your celebration tonight, because I hope you're doing just that, celebrating graduation, celebrating accomplishments. Such a big congratulations to those of you who are our facilitators, our tutors, all those associated with this program. Our structured learning assistance program is so important to so many students on this campus and to so many individuals. And so your celebration tonight is our way of saying thank you, way to go, and we appreciate all that you've done here at this institution and for this institution. So thank you. My apologies for not being there, but just because I'm not there does not mean the party doesn't go on. So you keep partying. Go Bulldogs.
Okay, so now at this time, I'm going to ask our dean, our wonderful leader, Dr. Dean Bentley Jason, to come up and share his words of encouragement with us.
It's good to see everybody. Since I joined Ferris in 2017, there's been a challenge. Many of you know this, and the challenge is that I prepare something for you in recognition of your hard work. And I didn't realize Karen has done a better job than I have in keeping track of all of that. And I also realized that because of some conflicts, I wasn't able to join you in December. So I actually have a couple of pieces to share. But I want to start first by saying this. As I reflect on the work that you do, it strikes me that in many ways you are the antithesis of a poem called The Death of the Hired Man. Anybody know that poem? So in the poem, Dr. Pilgrim will help validate this, but in a rural setting, there's a family. And this family has a gentleman who's helping on the farm. And they haven't seen him. His name's Cyrus. They haven't seen Cyrus for a while. And the husband is concerned. It's cold. Cyrus is sleeping in the barn. He kind of comes to work, goes through the drudgery of working on the farm, and is a bit downtrodden. And the husband and wife were talking about Cyrus. And after a lengthy conversation, the husband goes out to check on Cyrus, and when he comes back in, the wife says, well, and dead is all the husband says. And the point of that is, as they talk about it, why did Cyrus die? Well, he died because he had nothing to look forward to with hope, and ultimately, at the end of each workday, he didn't really have anything to look back on with pride. Now, that seems pretty grim. And I want to go back to what I started. I think you were the antithesis of that poem. You understand what I mean by that? There are folks that are feeling the drudgery of academics because maybe internally they don't believe that it's possible that they can achieve great success. So what do you prevent? You prevent somebody from going through days without hope, and ultimately what you really achieve is empowering others so that when they look back on their Ferris experience, they look back with pride. And I fully believe that being proud only comes from having struggled and working towards something that you had to endure some grueling days toiling through. That's what real pride is about. So often we tell people we're proud of them, and here's what I hope that you will take with you in your life going forward. Don't tell people you're proud of them without giving some examples about how you've observed, witnessed, and appreciated the hard work of overcoming challenge. So I'm going to share with you two things, and apologies in advance. I am not a classically trained poet, but what I have tried to do every semester is to write for each graduating class a custom piece of poetry. So I have now, there's a whole file I wrote Karen last night. I'm like, I didn't even know you kept track of all of these. So I don't know whatever happens years from now, but let me say this. So in December 22, I wrote one, and many of you know I have 2 young daughters, and in just a couple of weeks, we're going to welcome our first son. So my life is going to go from one-on-one defense to zone defense and trying to figure out how to take care of 3 children. And you understand that because you play a little bit of zone defense every day in your work, don't you? Mindy's laughing, you know that. So in the spirit of Dr. Seuss, this is for the December graduates. So Karen, we can get this to them because I didn't have an opportunity in December. And this is about you. And it's titled Unstoppable Together. I'm here to help you, yes indeed, to guide you, to lead you, to help you succeed. I'll be your helper, your friend, your guide, and be here for you right by your side. Whether you're lost or feeling blue or don't know what to say or do, I'll lend an ear and help you through. I'll be your partner, true and true. With a smile and a kind word too, I'll show you what you can really do. I'll be your compass, your guiding star, and help you see how amazing you are. So come on, let's get started on this great quest, and together we'll do our best. Together we'll face any test, so put all your worries to rest. With my help and your great heart, we'll make the perfect work of art. And though we might face a bump or two, we'll get through it all, me and you. So here's to us together, hooray. Let's start this journey, come what may. With my help and your great mind, we'll be unstoppable, one of a kind. And I do think that's what you do together with students. You help them become unstoppable to achieve their dreams. But for graduates today, this one's for you. And this one's a little bit more specific. Probably the most specific I've been. The title of this one is on being a tutor and an SLA facilitator. So graduates, congratulations. I'm looking forward to seeing you in just a couple weeks across the stage. And I hope that you will look back on everything that you've accomplished in your own academic program and in partnership with all the students you've supported through SLA and tutoring, that you will look back with great pride. In every heart, there lies a spark, a gift, a talent, ready to embark on a journey that will light the way and lead to a brighter day. But often doubt and fear will seep and cause that spark to falter and creep, and create wonder if it's even true, whether in fact success is really due. That's where we, SLA tutors and facilitators and all of you, come to play to help reveal the brightness of the day and fuel the inner light so that others may rise to their highest height. We listen closely to their dreams and see the promise of what each means. We offer help with all they need and encourage them to take the lead. We offer up a helping hand. We help them rise and take a stand. We give air so they may soar. We push them each to strive for more. And as they spread their wings and power within them springs, we watch them rise to great new heights and marvel at their newfound light. For in the act of helping another see and realize their strength and bravery, we find our own true selves unfold. And that, my friends, is the beauty of the tutor and the SLA mold. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. Congratulations.
A seat for you, okay. And next, we'll have our provost, Dr. Bobby Fleischman. Okay. Let's clap for him. Bless you.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here, and I couldn't ask you to stand one more time because I'm sure by now you feel like you're in a house of worship, which you really are. The work that's being led by Dr. Karen Royster James, Dr. Bentley, is remarkable work. And it's remarkable work because of you and because of the results. And your commitment in terms of working together as students, with students, for students, and alongside students is something that makes us Ferris proud. And it's days like today that being a bulldog really matters. And I very much look forward in the weeks ahead to seeing you at not only events like this, but most importantly, at commencement. That is quite an accomplishment. And when I come in contact with students on campus, the students who are tutors, the students who work with other students to create a sense of belonging and to work together in ways that provide a model. How else would we get people from Mississippi to come up to Michigan to observe what is best practices in terms of working with students? It's something that makes us extremely proud. When I went through college, I only wish that I would have had this kind of support going through my first year of college. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent the last 3 years in college working off that first year and some of the mistakes that I made because I didn't have the kind of guidance that you're receiving here. So with that, I would like to congratulate all of you for the work that you're doing, for the work that you've done, and for the legacy that you will leave on this campus because you made a difference, and thank you.
We're going to ask our Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Janine Ward-Roof, if she would come. Let's clap for her.
Thank you all so much. And so, you know, over your lifetime, there's been people that have helped you get where you are, right? And so there are people that helped you get to Ferris. There are people who may have helped you select your college. There may have been people who helped you pick out your clothes this morning. I mean, whatever that is. There's a lot of people in your life that help you get where you are. And I remember one of those people in my life, and it was my senior science teacher. And I was going to school, first time college student, first generation, not really knowing what I'm doing. And Mr. Hall was like right with me the whole time. He was helpful, saying, what about this? Did you do this? Have you done this? And one of the things he talked to me about as I left the high school was that you're going to have a series of dashes in your life. And I'm like, what are you talking about? But what he was saying is that throughout our life, we have one big dash, right? You're born and then you die. And there's a big dash in the middle. But in the middle, in all of those dashes, there's tons of dashes. And so I want you to stop for a second and think about your Ferris dash. So think about the first day you got here. What you felt, what you saw, who you met. Maybe you had never been on campus before. Maybe you've spent your whole childhood on campus. I mean, whatever. There's a part of you and what you brought. And then I want you to fast forward to now, to today. And then take a breath and think about what was your dash? What was in your dash? And what are the things when you leave, you're going to say, those are the things I'm really proud of. I really am excited I did those things. I'm hoping that the role you're in that brought you here is going to be one of those because your ability to help others to be able to achieve is amazing. And thank you for putting your expertise out there to do that. But there's a lot more too, right? So think about that dash. What are those parts that you say, these are the things I'm really excited about. These are my growth opportunities. And remember those as you move along. And then the other thing to think about that dash is even though it's a finite time from when you were enrolled, you're always a bulldog and you're always welcome and we always want you back on campus. So don't ever be afraid to come back. Don't ever feel like you don't belong. Don't ever feel like you can't because we want you. We want you to come back and continue doing what you're doing now, which is helping other people be successful and achieving the dreams that you have. So congratulations. Be proud of that dash. I'd love to hear the story of your dash, whether it's now, in 2 years, or in 3 days, or 10 years, whatever. I'm certainly a resource for you as well as everybody else who's in the room as well, and those that aren't. We want you to be successful. You have an incredible mentor in Karen, who is just behind you, and if you don't see her, you can hear her or feel her as she's kind of pushing you and helping you get where you want to go. So thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this, and Karen, thank you for what you do too.
Our next wonderful administrator is Dr. David Pilgrim, who is the Vice President of Diversity, Inclusion, and Strategic Initiatives. Let's clap for him.
So it's good to see some Southerners here. You probably can't tell because I've been up here a while, but I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I still say head. I still say rise, but mostly when I get angry, So a couple things. Karen, I love you. It's a good love. What you do here is just a beautiful thing. And all the people that do the work to help you, they should be commended. So because I didn't prepare something, I have to tell a story. Is that all right? Is that all right? All right, good. So how many of you fish? Anybody fish? Wow, just 4 people. This story is not going to have the resonance that I thought it was going to have, but so anyway, I do fish, and if you're a fisher person, you have a favorite spot, and you don't like other people getting in your spot. So I was living in Michigan City, Indiana, and I had this favorite spot out on the water, but in order to get to the spot, I had to go through this space, right? So not only was it covered in trees and bushes and stuff, but it was covered in the residue of people having had good times. So there were beer cans, and there were, I don't want to get specific, but there were evidence, there was the documentation of people having experienced one another. Can you read between the lines? And so, am I in this room by myself, or is this thing on? So it's on? All right, good. Sorry. So I would go through the thickets and stepping over the beer cans and all the other stuff, and then I would eventually get to the space where I would fish. But there was a sign out there, and it said something, and I'd never have been able to let it go. It said, "Never let it be said to your shame that this place was better before you came." Never let it be said to your shame that this place was better before you came. I think it's wonderful when you can say the opposite, right? This place is better because you came here, all right? And I want you to always remember that part, that this place is better because you were here. Then I want you to remember something else. I used to tell this I coached 10-year-olds playing baseball, and as soon as something went wrong, they could never make it stop going wrong. Someone made an error, someone else made an error. Next thing you know, we're down 12-0. But I would say to them, when one of them would get a double or triple or just something good would happen, I would say, I want you to remember this. Remember this hit. Remember the exhilaration you felt. Remember the pride you felt. Remember this, because you're going to have days when you strike out. That's just the real world. You're going to have days when you hit the ball hard and it goes right to someone and you don't get the desired result. But you're going to have days like this when we present you with the evidence, at least part of the evidence, of the hard work that you did. I want you to hold on to that. Hold on to the friendships, but hold on to the good that you did at this school, and hold on to the way that you feel right now. So thank you. Hey, Bulldogs.
And I'm going to ask any other faculty, Dr. David Marquard, and come on, the other faculty to come up and give us a few words. Come on, don't sit there.
I just want to talk about Heather, my facilitator. She's had me for 3 classes and she knows me too well. I never show her my practice quizzes or my quizzes or exams, and she makes practice quizzes and exams, and she forecasts like 50% of that exam. And the other thing, she earns respect from her students. She earns respect, and I'm sure you all do. And you have a rapport with the students that we don't, so I really appreciate what you do. They share stuff with you that they wouldn't share with us. So thank you all for what you do, and thank you, Heather.
Hello, I'm David Marquard, and I just want to say I direct the Writing Center, and I'm here pretty much day in, day out. And one of the beautiful things I get to witness that makes my job great, excellent, and I'm also speaking to Bentley's poem about being proud, and I'm going to give you just one real big specific that really blows me away. It's amazing working here with a lot of you, with the Writing Center consultants and the tutors alike, because there's such brilliance. I mean, I brag constantly about the brilliance that happens in the Academic Literacy Center, but not just the brilliance. There's a sense of humility that makes the brilliance even sweeter. I hope, keep the brilliance, grow the brilliance, but keep your sense of humility, because when we have them together, unstoppable. Go Bulldogs.
And real quickly, because I know once we start the awarding of the stoles, some students and others may have to leave, but we do have food available for you in Flight 135. I want to thank my donors, Walmart, Student Affairs, Retention and Student Success, Transfer Services, University Advancement and Marketing Service, and Media Production, the Faculty Center for Teaching and Learning. Can we clap for all them? And now, we'll begin with our stole. What I'm going to do, if some more faculty come in, or if you're here and you want to put the stole on your student, please feel free to do so, okay? And I'm going to ask our administration if they could stand up, because as students receive their stole, they'll shake their hand, if that's okay. All right. Are we ready to start? Let's start with the facilitators.
Okay, so we're gonna start with our SLA facilitators. So first up is Tobiah Howell. Next up is Matthew Northrop.
Matthew!
All right. Next up is Heather Shaner. Next up is Shamar Shakir.
Shamar!
All right, and lastly for our facilitators is Hannah Wilmore.
Hannah!
And to start our tutors, we have Jordan Brown.
Jordan!
All right. Next up is Andrew Boucher.
Andrew! Come on, Andrew.
Next up is our Sarah Anahosa.
Sarah! Sarah, I'm gonna miss you. Sarah helped me with navigate and everything else. You're amazing, Sarah. We're gonna miss you. Give me a hug.
Next up is Tylee Knieper. Next up is Mason Mondro.
Mason! Come on, Mason. Thank you for your good work.
Next up is Daisy Robertson.
Come on, Daisy.
Next up is Brennan Russell.
Thank you, Brent, for all your good work. Thank you very much.
All right. Next up is Chloe Scott.
Chloe! Dental hygiene. We have dental hygiene and nursing. Thank you. Let's clap on these fabulous majors.
And the last of our tutors is Danique Walker.
Denise
Yay.
Walker! Nursing.
And to start our writing center, we have Patrick Bertone Haywood. Come on up, Patrick. And to finish things off, we have our very own Charlie Buckle.
Charlie!